Hey,
Yeah, this is my Lord of the Rings. This is my one to regret putting myself out for, and I know I'm just gonna be fucking angry by the time this is over. I got a Star Wars fucking advent calendar.
Ready to watch stuff.
Okay, so welcome to Idiots Who Watch Stuff New Year special. This is going to be a Star Wars special called A New Dope. With me today, we have Pete, Big Papa P Money.
Hello.
Big Chris. I know, I'm just going to keep doing it, Chris. Big Chris Mongo. Yeah, don't say hello for the audio. Don't say hello for the audio whatsoever, yeah? That's
great. All right. Yeah, I forget. You know what?
And we also have a new idiot who's joined the podcast with us, old glue bag herself, the ice queen of me, Swedish Christine.
Hello.
How are you, Christine?
And
you regretting this yet?
I'm good now.
You look fantastic.
You realize is that if you've heard the Christmas one, you'll realize that was a proper intro.
Yeah, but that's how you do it.
I've heard them all. I'm like the biggest fan.
That was great.
That's how you do it, Pete. Not have a stroke in the middle of it. I think it would be remiss of us, see this how it's the end of the year, not to go around the table and sort of give each of us give one of something that we watched this year, that came out this year, that we thought was the best thing. I'll go first, right? Since
how would you put it? Like a best of 2020 yet?
If you
no, you fucking prick. No.
Why, Chris? I don't understand. Why is that a big deal?
No, Chris doesn't want to do this.
I know you're new, Christine, but fuck you.
I'm in then.
Right, well, I'll throw a couple out. Actually, the best things I've seen this year were on Prime, and it was...
just one. Just give us one, because we don't want to spend
Well, Tales from the Loop is the best thing I've seen this year.
Is that out this year?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Out of the start of the year. Best thing I've seen this year.
Yeah, I agree with you. That was excellent.
Yeah, sci-fi. Absolutely brilliant.
Do you know what, for me, do you know what it was? It was fucking that Sofia Coppola movie with Bill Murray.
I still haven't watched it. I keep meaning
fucking brilliant.
I haven't seen that, no.
Oh, it's excellent. Well, look, I love Lost in Translation.
Yeah.
Close. Can I just throw in a close second, which was Jersey Shore Family Vacation Season 3.
Not Selling Sunset, no?
Sunset would be... I'm still catching... I'm on Season 2 of that, but Season 3 of Jersey Shore Family Vacation, which involves prison sentences, rehab.
That is unreal.
I can't recommend it enough.
Do we hate the people that are listening? Is that the thing?
No. I liked Selling Sunset so much that we renamed my wife's boobs the Oppenheimer Group.
I have no words. Like that.
They used to be Bebop and Rocksteady. They're now Jason and Brett.
We're all fine here now, thank you. How are you?
So I think maybe before we go on to Star Wars, we'll do Chris's new segment, Chris's bemusing movie. We should get a jingle for that. We should get to that jingle.
It needs a jingle. Yeah.
You are the king of jingles, Ed, so you can do this jingle.
Yeah, I'll guess it. Yeah, I should have done it before this, but anyway. Yeah, so...
We can work on that.
Right. So I had kind of a twofer for this. I had two choices. My first was Star Crash, which is a ripoff of Star Wars, and in just the most horrific ways. Now, there's another one. There's a Turkish film that is legendary because it actually used footage from Star Wars, from A New Hope, and just like changed the filter on it So it was like the TIE fighters come rocking in and there's a blue filter over it.
Yeah,
you know?
but apparently in Turkey they have all sorts of weird copyright laws, so they've done this to quite a few movies.
Yeah. Oh, there's a whole crazy line of rip-off action figures in Turkey as well. You know, there's this whole industry of it. But no, what I went with was Battle Beyond the Stars.
Yes.
Battle Beyond the Stars came in a time when right after Star Wars came out and everybody went, holy fucking shit, we gotta cash in on this thing, including ironically Star Trek, because you had Star Trek, the first and arguably worst Star Trek film ever, was the first one that came out in 1979, and basically it was just like they dusted it. They were like, what's got star in the name? Star Trek, we'll do that, and it was just fucking dreadful and almost killed the franchise of Star Trek right there. But anyway, Battle Beyond the Stars has all these great things. It's got a ship with tits on the front of it. It's got George Peppard as a space cowboy.
Yeah. Well, isn't it basically the Magnificent Seven?
It is.
Robert Vaughn plays the same character in this.
It's not fucking amazing, is it not?
Yeah,
What's
it
that?
is the Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
But it sounds awesome.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is.
And a very, very young Pete saw it in the cinema.
Oh God.
Because it was sci-fi and it was on, and I went to see it. And like the cast is like, if you look at that cast, you wouldn't go, oh, B movie, because it's got loads of. So, but you see, it's got loads of fellas that are kind of on the other end of their careers, and a woman with ginormous boobs, and John Boy Walton.
Yeah.
Like, why? How come I never heard of it? Like, no one talks about it. Or am I just in the wrong circles?
Basically, it came from Roger Corman, who he just knocks out movies nearly once a month. It's just like and is famous for basically starting careers.
Yeah.
Like, how many careers has he started, Chris? Like, it's of top directors.
Dozens.
Yeah.
I mean,
of the best.
Yeah.
Like James
That's the thing, is he never
most famous, I think.
Who?
James Cameron got his start with, because he would go to the film schools and look for ideas, Roger Corman, and so he just became known as this like talent scout of going, yeah, I like that idea, here's the money, now go make it.
Is he a producer or a director?
Both. Everything.
Oh, he produced this and he didn't direct
Yeah,
it.
so he just became a factory for knocking out movies, but it would be B movies and like, just, it's all about ideas as opposed to how it's done or what the money spent on it is like, and this is definitely one of them movies.
I thought it was absolutely terrible, now, to be honest with
you. Yeah, you see, I remember now that, because for anyone listening to this, you can see it fully on YouTube for free.
Yeah. You can see the fucking spaceship that I couldn't figure out whether it would look like a fucking scrotum or a medical fucking drawing of a female reproductive system.
Yeah. Little from column A, little from column B.
Yeah, because the baddies kind of look a bit Star Trek-y, and kind of like Klingon.
The sexton space Valkyrie.
Yeah. And like, it's very good.
Dingle and dangle. No.
I haven't heard a single bad thing so far, so I'm just taking mental notes. I know what I'm doing for the rest of the night.
And like the fact that it's like an audio weapon is very good for special effects. In the fact that people only have to grab their ears and fall to the ground.
Oh my God. And fucking Robert Vaughn just actually acting in it.
Yeah.
But like a very young Pete going to see that, there's only one thought you have in your head when you left the cinemas: Jesus, she had some knockers.
And the difference from Pete now is...
And on YouTube you go, Jesus, there's some knockers.
The force is strong in this one.
Yeah, so let's talk about what we're here to talk about then, Star Wars, yeah?
Yeah.
Some would say the original is the greatest trilogy. I wouldn't. I'd say Lord of the Rings is.
No, well, I was just about to say, this is a proper trilogy because it's 3 different movies as opposed to...
Far less walking.
As opposed to people walking towards a mountain and then continue to walk towards it.
Okay, from my point of view, loving Lord of the Rings, you can't compare the Lord of the Rings movies to the books. Like the books, nothing can touch that as a trilogy. But in terms of movies, I would probably go with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I love Lord of the Rings.
I know, hate you, Christine.
No, don't do that. But I mean, the storyline is fucking amazing. And I mean, I watched it kind of going in, you know, just off the bat. I haven't seen it in this, you know, particular order before. I actually watched like 9 movies in 2 days. So I just kept watching and the fucking storyline is great. I've been texting people like right, left, and center going like, Star Wars is fucking awesome. Like, have you seen it? Have you heard about this movie? So yeah, it fucking does something to you.
Like the greatest compliment you can even say about it is like it's a 1977 movie made in 1976. It looks fucking amazing.
I know, yeah. I mean, there are movies released like in the 90s that looks fucking shite.
Yeah.
The CGI, everything is just like really old looking. And there were a lot of times here that I had to remind myself that it's fucking released in the 70s.
Yeah. Like it's groundbreaking across the board. Like they invented everything. And even like if you think like there's one thing I didn't actually realize is the start of it, like the scrolling story credit. They had to go to the Directors and Writers Guild to ask could they do it, because the rule was you must have the credits at the start of the movie so that people see who did all the work. And the only reason why the Directors Guild and the Writers Guild let it happen because they thought it was going to be a flop.
Right.
So like to tie a bow on that is when Empire Strikes Back came out and they did it again, they were fined $250,000 for not having credits at the start, to which of course they went, okay, what do you want, that cash or check?
Yeah.
So that was the
line
first
item.
movie ever to not have credits at the start of the movie.
Really?
They said in every movie.
Oh yeah, Star Wars is just, as I say, it's just across the board. It's just like they were just, well, let's invent it. Let's
original, yeah.
So you're talking about having inventing everything in the creation of industrial light and magic and all these other things. One of the other things that they invented were the sound systems that went into cinemas after that, because the sound that they did for Star Wars was so advanced that none of the cinemas actually had it, so they had to come up with the THX system to put into cinemas, and that was into the late 80s before that came about. Actually, I worked in a cinema that had one of the first THX systems, and the first thing we played was Star Wars, and it was.
I was just about to say, porn was
entirely different. What?
I thought you worked in a porn cinema.
No, that was later.
You were a jizz mopper in a porn cinema.
Yeah, that was when I was in. That was when I was in Vegas after I got fired from being a cam girl.
What's your OnlyFans account?
True story.
Yeah.
What?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
You think again about the time 1977. The best baddies are Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, and they got Peter Cushing now as the kind of baddie to put a human face, because he's the one that is in charge of Darth Vader. It's not like Darth Vader's ruling galaxy.
Holding Darth Vader's leash, as Princess Leia would say.
Yeah.
Yes, I would actually. Yeah. One thing I was also thinking about, like in the first, like in New Hope or Star Wars, what do you call it, by the way? Do you actually go by New Hope?
No, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
So the stormtroopers, they were dirty. Like you could see the sun, and you could see the fucking muck on them. I like that as well. Maybe it wasn't really thought of. Maybe it just happened, but they were the same kind of dirty. Did you think about that? Like they had, it looked kind of the same. And in the later movies, it was nothing.
Yeah, it's a lived-in world.
Yeah.
The Millennium Falcon has grease on it, and everything.
It's late 70s, so like there's no CGI, so they are in North Africa filming. Yeah. Like Tatooine is North Africa. It's not a soundstage. It's
Tunisia.
Tunisia, North Africa. Like
Yeah.
Kind of come back to that feeling in Rogue One when they're in Iceland, when you actually have proper fucking settings. It's not fucking studio work.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that later, I know, but I really appreciate that. It just feels real with everything surreal that's going on. It just still feels real. It's believable. You go, yeah, fucking robots. Yeah, sure.
Well, and the thing is, there's so many things that they used that, were kind of genuine, like all the blasters. All of the blasters were like World War II surplus guns. I mean, in fact, a lot of them were actually blank firing guns, and you can see occasionally when somebody's firing one of the blaster carbines, you can see shell casings flying out, because that's how they got the blast at the muzzle, is they were actually using blank firing guns, and they just took and put stuff on them, so they look like guns. They have heft to them, they have weight, and they look old and used and everything else. Han Solo's gun's a C-96 Mauser. That's 1896. It's an old fucking gun.
And the other thing I like is that when they were making it, and you have to report back to the powers that be, and it was like 20th Century Fox, so he was showing like all the action, the actors acting, but he was cutting it together with World War II movie, so it was like dogfights in Battle of Britain and stuff. And so he showed it to his circle of friends and 20th Century Fox, and like 20th Century Fox were writing it off as, oh, for fuck's sake, what is this? Whereas like Steven Spielberg and Francis Ford Coppola and all were saying, this is going to be a fucking masterpiece. This is going to be fucking amazing. And so much so that like 20th Century Fox started negotiating with George Lucas, with in terms of profits and stuff and points. So George Lucas says, I'll tell you what, let me look after the toys and merchandise, and that's mine. And they went, yeah, of course. And look what happened.
Okay.
Look what happened.
Is there anything like it? I've been thinking about that a lot, because going into different shops, like you can still find a lot of Star Wars stuff, like in whatever shop you go in.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything similar? Like, because if you want to find some other like franchise stuff, you kind of need to go to like niched places or websites. Or whatever.
The only thing I could think of since is like Pokemon. It was the Pokemon of the 70s and 80s, and in a massive way. It was just.
I think it's even bigger than that though. Like
because there was nothing, no competition. It was just he just had like shit flies at George Lucas all the time for a lot of different things, and some of it rightly so. But god damn it, he really did know what he was doing in a lot of ways.
Wasn't there an actual Star Wars shop here in Dublin at one stage? I think maybe around the time Return of the Jedi came out. Yeah,
I think, I'm not sure, but yeah, like Star Wars toys that was, like if you bought a Millennium Falcon, like if Santa Claus bought you a Millennium Falcon, behind the scenes, your mother and father done a lot of work. There was a lot of stunt work done to produce that Millennium Falcon.
It would explain the sugar sandwiches leading up to it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was
fucking crisp sandwiches for the for the monthly.
I remember, because like back in the days of late 70s, in front of the television, and that trailer came on for Star Wars, and it was just like the air got sucked out of the room. It was just holy shit! What the fuck is that?
I remember. Sorry, go ahead, Pete.
No, Chris, you can.
No, I was just going to say, I remember very vividly going into the cinema, and when that thing kicked off, it was absolutely amazing. And then the stormtroopers came in, and then Darth Vader walked in, and I almost crawled under my seat. I was so fucking terrified of Darth Vader.
Really?
I was 4, but that was. I mean, like I have vague recollections of thinking I shouldn't be watching this. This is terrifying. There's people getting fucking blasted all over the place. There's these terrifying soldiers coming in, and holy fuck, what the fuck is that?
The pacing of as a movie, the pacing of it is just fucking unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, the first movie being a complete movie is fucking fantastic.
But I mean, it's quite consistent that they tell a story that just keeps on like evolving every fucking step of the way. It never stops. And I've never thought about that before until I watched it now, everything at once kind of thing. I think all of them in 3 days. It was fucking insane. But yeah, the story just keeps on going, and that's
And to think
not
that
a lot of franchises that actually do that still to this day, I think.
yeah. Well, it's just it's just so many ideas, but even to think that it's like two robots in an escape pod that they got no life forms aboard. Don't shoot it. Why not shoot it? It's gone. Like, why not? Like, it's one laser. Shoot the just to be safe.
Target practice.
Surely that
Yeah,
guy.
go ahead, Sergeant. Take a pop at it.
Surely that guy at one stage looked to the other guy and go, surely he should have just given the order to shoot it. Like, my hand's over the fucking button. I could just.
Yeah. It's like, what does it come out of your fucking paycheck every round you fire? Or, what?
Yeah. Like, there's an accountant going through the laser blast going, hold on, what the fuck was that? There was no life. So why did you shoot? That cost, 100 fucking whatever.
It still hurts.
Well, I didn't think Phantom Menace was that bad.
And they're also up in the mountains and
so the
everything
two
else.
suns don't make, a fucking difference in terms of like the warmth.
Well,
one's
a white, one's a red dwarf, and the other one is a white dwarf that's slightly further away.
So they're dying, basically. Okay, so the other thing.
It's a shithole on the edge of the fucking galaxy. Yeah, they're dying.
All right. So the other thing was Tarkin. The cheekbones, are they fucking real, or is that CGI? Like, is that makeup? Like, are they fucking real?
No, that's just Peter Cushing.
Yeah, we're going to have to do an episode on Hammer horrors, and you'll see.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Peter Cushing always looked like that. Hence why he got all those gigs, because he just looked so evil.
It looks so fucking sharp, It's kind of, I'm envious, but it also looks like it could fucking hurt,
That's the idea, He's meant to be imposing and scary,
The other
one thing that kind of sets the original trilogy apart from everything else that's been in Star Wars is the script. Like some of Peter Cushing's lines are just out of this world. Like like that whole scene with her in that meeting, that Vader Force jokes, those lines are just amazing,
Who's never been in a company meeting that just doesn't? You don't wish that you could just do that. Just somebody smarts off you. Just
Well, you think about it, like he's the one that gives the order to blow up a planet.
Alderaan,
Like nothing.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're far too trusting.
Yeah.
Tatooine is far too remote to make a decent example.
For me, who has seen like everything that's out there in the fucking universe, do we get his backstory? Do you understand why he's the kind of
there's actually, and I've actually only just bought it recently. There's a book that is all about him starting off and joining the Empire, and so he comes from like humble backgrounds, and so is that like he comes from sort of not bad background, but then he just works his way up through.
So he chooses to be evil, basically.
Well, he chooses to be, for one.
He's not evil.
Part of the
Empire.
The Empire. Like, he starts getting successful and realizes, like, you know what?
No one who's evil believes they're evil. They believe they're right. And that's the thing.
And Chris, this is an intervention.
This again.
Yeah.
He's a true believer. He's a true believer in the system, and he believes that he's right and that what he is doing is right, and that
nothing says
the rebel scum need to be destroyed.
Nothing says that more than at the end when one of his minions talks about an escape pod, and he's like, "What?" At the moment of victory.
Yeah,
no way. It's all or nothing.
But
he's all in on this.
You have to understand that everybody in, say, what will be the Imperial Galactic Navy or wherever at this stage in Star Wars has come from the Republic, the First Republic, like, and
the old Republic.
The galaxy. So all they are is just army people that the person above them that they don't know has changed. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else is the same, like,
And,
I mean,
and
literally,
they're living a good life on a 5-star hotel that floats through the galaxy and can blow up other sort of lesser hotel. You know what I mean? He's living a good life here.
Yeah.
On
Well,
the
nothing,
Death Star.
nothing for him has changed. I mean, he was a soldier during the Clone Wars, and it's just all he's done is just carry on his career. No.
Yeah, he's essentially, he's essentially, a guy, an officer, in Earth history. He's an officer, the Weimar Army, post World War I Germany, and the new government rolls in and has the promise of advancement in the army, and it's building up the army, and they make him a supreme general. And he doesn't get to that moment of, maybe we're the baddies. No, he's a true believer in the system.
Yeah.
And if he survived, he'd been charged with war crimes.
If one day you turn up at your job and, you've been thinking about, are they good or bad? And they go to you, listen, your finger's on the nuke. You're going to go, what? Hell
Who's
yeah.
on the other side?
No, I would know.
Hell yeah.
Like, look at my finger.
My question is, who's on the other side of that nuke?
How, yeah.
Like, it's like that.
And he's going home. He's going home to his wife. How was your day today? I got promoted to what? I've got the key to the nukes. I've got the nukes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going to destroy the rebel scum that are trying to bring down the government that I believe in.
Exactly.
I'm going to destroy the rebel scum that's going to come between me and my overtime. Exactly. Hell no.
Yeah, like that blue.
So what do you say? Should we move on? We need to talk about Empire.
Hold on a second. I actually went because Kenny Baker, who was inside R2D2, apparently was saying, like, early on, a lot of the crew would forget that he's inside R2D2. So when they break for lunch and dinner, they would leave him in. So he would be left in there.
I mean, what?
But he's 3'8".
Yep.
Is it true that him and Anthony Daniels didn't get along at all?
Oh, they hated each other.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, how small was he? Like
3'8".
Child?
3'8".
Yeah.
He's a little person.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look so confused. Were you not aware that little people exist?
I'm almost.
We're gonna need to watch Time Bandits now.
Yeah. So this.
But I mean, like, well, I wanted him to be a robot.
Okay, Christine, he's a real robot.
Thank you.
It's
like, when he rushes in and he shrieks, like his shriek is the best thing. I've gone back so many times and I've been like, oh my god,
so this is 19.
Yeah, I love that.
Wow.
This is 1977, where there's no CGI, so C-3PO and R2D2 are people.
You know what? The only thing I was concerned about with R2 was it wouldn't be practical to have a fucking tiny little wheel to go across the desert. That wouldn't fucking work. Not even in fucking outer space. I wasn't concerned about this is actually a human being in there, not getting lunch. Like that I don't care about that. I honestly didn't even cross my mind. It's a fucking robot. It's a tiny wheel that bothered me. And I actually wrote down for the latest trilogy, like, fucking hell, the wheel is gone. It's fucking round. It just goes across. Good for them, yeah. BB-8, obviously, BB-8.
Yeah. But and the other thing that I loved from the first movie was that apparently, George Lucas, a very early, it's his third movie, but it's his biggest movie to direct. All the actors started sort of going like, all he says of this after a take is faster, more intense, faster, more intense. So much so that he lost his voice at some stage, and he had two placards. One said faster, and the other one said more intense.
That could be used in so many contexts. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Andy.
Yeah. That is Star Wars. Because that's what he got. That's what he got. Like, it is just like, even like, just everything about it. Like if we finish up talking about, like, it is like for a number of teenagers.
Pete's had a stroke again.
Yeah, I've had a stroke again because I'm trying to get out. Like, Star Wars is a complete movie. It could have went away and never happened again. Yeah. And of course, the thing is, they didn't know until it broke box office records all over the shop. That's when it was like, oh, let's do it.
But as a continuation, Empire Strikes Back is not my favorite Star Wars film. It is my favorite film of all time. Absolutely 100%. Yeah. Because yes, you can't have it out of context. You have to have A New Hope first, and then you have to have Empire. But Empire is so much different tonally. It's a war movie. It's dark. It's gritty. It takes off into all kinds of different areas, and for my money, has the absolute best lightsaber battle of any film. And I will tell you why. Because this is something I was watching it recently. And actually got to see it in the cinema back a few months ago.
Wow.
The Stella here did
Empire Strikes Back?
Did Empire Strikes Back.
And you never
So I got to see Empire Strikes Back in the cinema since the first time since 1980. You know,
that is a gorgeous cinema as well, by the way.
It was fucking amazing. And I'm watching the lightsaber battle between Luke and Vader. And I saw it from a whole different perspective, because when it starts off, the last time Vader's been in a lightsaber battle was against Obi-Wan. Yeah. And we're watching the lightsaber battle with Obi-Wan in A New Hope, and Vader is fucking toying with him the whole time.
It's still a good fucking fight, though.
But it is. But you can tell that Vader's toying with him and just kind of, letting Obi-Wan do his thing until he fucking thwarts him. So he goes into the fight with Luke thinking, I'm going to kick the shit out of this kid. Yeah. But the last time he's had a real serious lightsaber battle was 20 fucking years ago. Yeah. So all of a sudden, Luke kind of starts kicking his ass a little bit, and he has to start really fighting back. When they get out there on the platform, now Vader's getting angry. You know, Luke gets in a couple of good licks on him, and you can all of a sudden you can see that fucking intensity spinning up, and it's one of the best fight scenes ever, because it actually has an arc to it. You can watch it unfold until Vader finally just loses his shit and goes, this fight's fucking over. Whack, and takes his hand off. Yeah. Says, all right, now you're gonna listen. Now that I fucking knocked your hand off, we're gonna have a talk. But
it's one of Vader's best lines as well. In that fight, it's impressive.
Yeah. Most impressive. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I better fight. Wait, that's way more impressive than I thought it was. Holy fuck.
There was one thing actually we should have said there, of course, with James Earl Jones doing Darth Vader's voice, uncredited in Star Wars.
Yes. Unbeknownst to David Prowse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Fucking David Prowse sitting down watching A New Hope. Hey, honey, check this out. I'm in this.
Wait, that's not me. A fella built like a brick shithouse from Cornwall in England. Luke, I am your father.
Father. Impressive. Most impressive.
But here's the thing about him in Empire Strikes Back. He was given a line to throw off everybody. He was given a line with the bit where, he
about
his father. He's given a line to say that Obi-Wan killed your father. And that was so that the only people that knew about was Lawrence Kasdan, George Lucas, and Luke Skywalker. They were the only people that knew that the actual line that James Earl Jones was going to say was, no, I am your father.
I am your father.
Yeah. Wow.
And for Christine, Hoth was filmed in Scandinavia.
That's the first line I actually wrote down. Oh, made me homesick. Fucking hell, yeah.
you went so high there, only dogs could hear you, man. Look out there.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's home. Yeah, it was filmed in my backyard. Fucking hell. But also, I wrote down the kiss in the infirmary when Luke goes like this and he goes, yeah. My God, that look on his face is fucking priceless. Like I've gone back so many times.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
real. It's not acting.
Return of
It's
the
fucking
Jedi.
real.
Yeah, we'll get to that in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's not going to come back to haunt him at all.
Yeah,
but like that when like I again seeing that in the cinema as a young kid, like when the AT-ATs arrive on Hoth, it's just it's unbelievable. It just, how does it look? Because there's movies made now that don't look that good.
Yeah.
But they make the effort, you know?
Yeah, it's just
because they could look even better, but you know.
Yeah, it was. Industrial Light and Magic is like a company was formed out of these movies. Like it's just
specifically for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just we will, like, this is my ideas. We've got to make it happen.
You know when he crawls into the Tauntaun, right? And they remake that into like in The Revenant with Leo. You know.
Yeah.
Is that a homage to like whatever's going on in like Empire Strikes Back?
No, that's a basic survival technique.
Yeah. I would say it happened at some stage.
Yeah, with Hugh Glass, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so did George Lucas then just mimic that? Because it's survival technique, but not everyone fucking knows that.
That they had to come up with a storyline because Mark Hamill was in a fairly massive car crash, so he had scars on his face when Empire Strikes Back was made. So they had to come up with reasons why his face looks the way it is. And just to throw it in there, because we've covered the holiday special, apparently that's why he had so much makeup on in the holiday special was because of the car crash.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they had to come up with this storyline where he gets hit and that he's a scar and he's damaged. It's because of a car crash in real life.
It's kind of like the car in Night of the Living Dead that they crashed between scenes, so they had to shoot a scene of hitting a tree with the car. Yeah. Now I need to throw in a nerd moment, because of course we can't talk about Hoth without talking about the AT-ATs, and everybody goes, "AT-ATs are stupid. Why would you have something that tall?" Well, dumbasses, if you're using energy weapons, that's a direct fire weapon. It's not like you're shooting artillery where you can arc it up. If you're in a tank that fires artillery, you can sit back and you can fire it at a high arc and you can drop it into those trenches. If you're firing plasma bursts or whatever else that don't have an arc to them, you need to have it taller than the target you're shooting down onto.
Yeah, that's a bit nerdy.
Blasters are direct fire. Artillery is indirect fire. You can't arc a fucking plasma bolt. So,
and now you know, kids.
And now you know. So shut the fuck up about how stupid the fucking AT-ATs are. They had to be that tall. And by the way, they're impressive.
Yeah. Where did you get that from?
Yeah.
Where'd I get what from?
Who the fuck says that AT-ATs are stupid?
So many people say that AT-ATs are stupid. Now.
On the internet.
Should the Empire use better air support? Yes. Should they use aerial bombardment? Yes. But they were expecting.
Yeah, fuck these people. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. What was the name of the snow? Were they snow speeders, or what was the name of the rebel?
Yeah, the snow speeders. They were converted. T-40 something, T-47 cloud cars, air cars. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, yeah. So.
Because,
We've seen how that one covered, yeah.
It's here. It's in my notes.
Wait, let me go and get my Star Wars role-playing game source book, and I will crack it open for you.
This is my Star Wars role-playing.
No, I am your father.
I remember seeing the AT-AT in in a toy shop and just looking at my mother and was just like, not a fucking chance.
How much were they? Like
They were for the time they were expensive.
Over 100.
And they were hard to get as well.
now they would be worth what?
Oh, a lot.
Oh, and
Close
then
to $1,000.
And then
Yeah.
some.
Yeah.
Depending on condition.
Yeah.
Now I had the Hoth. I had a model that was so like the AT-ATs were about yay tall, but it was the entire battle scene. So
Wow.
you had the burned out AT-ATs
hold on
in-
a second. So you were in the toy shop and your mother was pointing at like the snow speeders and like the AT-ATs, and you were there. No, mummy, I want the planet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, somebody just
Unbelievable.
bought it for me, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was one of my favorite models that I've ever built.
Wow.
One of my second favorite models that I ever. I used to build all kinds of planes and tanks and all kinds of other stuff. I did
Chris,
when I was about 20.
right.
When I was about 20, I did the speeder bike from Return of the Jedi, but instead of doing the rider in all white, basically I did him up as like a biker, so black helmet, little red skulls on the side of it, and kind of a leather jacket, and did the bike up like a chopper, and yeah, it's one of my favorite ones I ever did.
A mate of mine had the toy of the speeder bike, and there was a little button on it you could press, and it blew up.
Boom. Yeah.
Because they'd really mastered the toys by that stage. Like,
Yeah.
Can I just
I had the TIE
something
fighter
out
that the
now?
wings blew off. Sorry.
Can I throw something out? Like, is it so popular because it lets people be kids
Yeah.
Yeah.
forever and ever and ever and ever?
Yeah.
No one's gonna question you on like,
Yeah.
what do you mean
There was-
toy? What do you mean doing that? Like,
There was dads buying toys for kids going, yeah, you know what I mean? I want to play with that. Like
totally.
this. That's how this came about. I was going into the Disney store to buy a Star Wars toy for my nephew, not realizing they'd actually re-released, like when Disney bought the Star Wars, everything, they actually re-released a lot of early toys. So I was there. Boba Fett is mine.
And
So, yeah.
This is my Lego Han Solo DL-44 blaster.
Wow. Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah.
where do you keep it? Like, what do you do with it?
in a holster, he walks around with it.
Like, no, honestly, like, where do you keep it?
I have an
In a holster.
I have an entire display of all of my Star Wars Legos, and
Does your wife know about this?
she buys them for me.
I'm kidding. You know what? One thing I want to tell the listeners, and I'm telling all my friends and everything, like, if you watch it, like, because it's a big, like, divide kind of thing. I know there's a lot of females watching it, loving it, doing stuff with it,
Oh.
But
Keep talking, Christine.
oh yeah, okay. Let's leave it at that for now. But like, it's a like big focus on it being a guy franchise kind of thing, right? Can we agree on that?
I think it's less.
I
It's a
disagree.
ratio male-female fan.
It used to be. I think it's definitely less of a male thing now.
Because in the newer ones, you have a more prominent, like Leia, obviously, but you have a more prominent female character and blah, blah, blah. But
she's not a very good character, though.
Who? Ray?
Ray. She's not a good
Yeah,
character.
no. But I mean, in the
There was-
original ones, you have Leia, right?
Right.
And she's amazing. But
Yeah,
like
you also have-
everyone is ranting and raving about Luke. Luke, what the fuck? Like Leia was fucking badass all the way through. Like Luke was whining and he was like difficult and he was just like fucking.
Yeah. And he was,
so
let's face it, he was a little short for a stormtrooper.
Yeah. And when when Leia grabbed the blaster on the Death Star, she didn't miss.
no, true, Chris.
Star Wars Advent Calendar. Star Wars fucking Lego Advent Calendar.
So what's in it?
This
He
is
basically took
this
that
this this here. This is Darth Vader wearing a Death Star Christmas jumper.
Oh,
I assume it's on the 24th.
that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. But, like, my point to the
That
people
wasn't
listening
condescending at
are
all.
like,
Your uncle, if he gets a translator, be sure it speaks Bocce.
Bosk. right? The bounty hunter Bosk, and the
Oh.
monitor lizard. Is it called Sleens on Dagobah? Is
Keep
there a
talking.
connection because he's a fucking monitor lizard, right?
Keep talking, Christine.
But am I wrong? Am I wrong?
The fact that you know the fact that you know the name Bosk. Oh my god. Oh my god. I will kick Louise down a flight of stairs right now.
no, but I'm not wrong, am I? Like, is there a connection?
Oh god, I hope she
Because
never
this is the only fucking living creature.
It's made
Ed, what's wrong?
out of all.
There's so many nerds right now that are going to be listening to this with massive
furiously
I was about to
masturbating.
say, with hand cream. With hand cream.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
choices, man. All you were doing is asking good questions, you know.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
I always thought when you know all the story behind Yoda, obviously from the prequels and all that, and realize how important he was. Like you go to, like they go, where, like the Empire are gonna fucking hunt this cunt down. Like he's gonna be, no, he's gone to Dagobah. Oh, grand, no one's going there. What a piece of shit fucking planet.
Yeah.
Like it is a shithole. Like he's basically moved to the biggest shithole in the universe.
He kind of looks like he could take it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
he's had
think
enough
it
of this
looks kind
thing.
of good, doesn't it? Like you, it's like the fucking, I don't know, the bayou. You just sit there,
It's a shithole.
you play your fucking Credence, and you go, you know, you drink your palms, then you go, yeah.
Yoda's trying to live his life amongst a lot of Trump fans in Swamp.
Oh my god. It looks like the boy. Yeah, he's in Southern Comfort, yeah. Yo,
No, but it looks like
all
it's
he's
a
listening
livable fucking place.
Yoda's
all he's listening to is all he's listening to he's gone to that planet and all he's listening to is people going, that emperor is fucking good.
Yeah.
And they're all living in shit.
I have no mask on, but so can we go back to Bob? Because
great again.
yeah. So can I just the reason why I'm just fascinated about Bosk is the fact that they film him from the bottom up, so you could see the size of him. You could see that he's a fucking monitor fucking lizard being a badass bounty hunter. Like what? A lot of the characters you kind of get like, I was gonna say facials off, but you know what I mean. Like it's just like, but they show his fucking size and they show his fucking power, and you go, you know, the fucking bounty hunters.
Well, you surrender if that guy shows up. Yeah.
Like there are no bounty hunters in Star Wars. It's in the first movie. Like this is Darth Vader going, fuck it, let's bring in these guys. Let's bring in Dog the Bounty Hunter and his family to
well, I don't mean to be a fucking nerd or anything like that, but is Greedo not a fucking bounty hunter in Star Wars?
No.
Yeah, possibly, but
I mean, he was, kind of.
Yeah, but always remember, Ed, he shot first.
Fuck you. Don't you fucking speak again the rest of the night.
No. Why did they do that? I don't understand that. Like, why did they change the narrative?
They wanted to make Han Solo pure, whereas, of course, everyone who saw the original movies goes,
like,
what's Han Solo going to wait for? Like, this guy is here to kill him.
There has never been a better establishment of a character than Han Solo fucking blowing away Greedo from under that table.
But he's within his fucking rights. He's gonna be taken fucking away, and he's gonna be taken prisoner, and he's gonna be killed. What are you gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do anything unless you fire first. Fuck you, you're gonna fucking die. You know, and he shot him in the dick, didn't he?
Well, luckily, Rhodians actually have two dicks, one of which is hard. But so here's the thing. No, Greedo. He had
a fucking conscience. Then he was a good guy.
Let's fucking trigger Chris here for a bit. In the movie Solo, he does shoot first.
Yes.
Is that why you hate it?
He did not shoot out with Woody Harrelson.
Yes. correct.
Like he wastes them in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like they're like the
As
thing
he
about,
should.
like Han Solo in the original, like he's a cowboy. That's what he is. He's a gunslinger. He's Jesse James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows why your man is put up, and he's sort of angling the conversation where he's going to kill him because he knows if he doesn't. And the fact that he throws the coins on the table, here's for your.
Sorry
trouble.
about the mess.
Yeah, sorry about the mess. Like it is a western.
Now, I was gonna clarify something about Greedo, being a bounty hunter. He's not. Basically what he is he's a mob enforcer. He's like Sammy the Bull Gravano, because because Han Solo says,
yucks.
yeah, he says, Han Solo says, I was just gonna go and see your boss, and Greedo says, Jabba the Hutt doesn't have time for smugglers who dump their load at the first sign of an Imperial cruiser. So yeah, so he's not a bounty hunter. He's a mob enforcer for Jabba. So don't you fucking roll your eyes at me, Edward. I saw that. You do not get to. After I will bring up the Lord of the Rings episode right now and let you listen to how fucking nerdy you got about it.
Oh, did you hear that, Chewie? He had no choice.
Whoa, wait.
In Empire, jump across to Cloud City, like Lando is what is Lando? Like he runs Cloud City. Like, is that not the sort of like the Las Vegas of the Star Wars universe?
So I'm gonna say that
mining colony.
It is.
Like it looks fucking wonderful.
Yeah. So basically, Lando is like Lefty Rosenthal. You ever see Casino?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's Ace Rothstein. He's a criminal, but he's like legit-ish, and he ended up in charge of this mining colony, and it's like, oh fuck, well, all of a sudden now the real responsibilities of running the business kind of come in, and
Yeah.
I never understood why anybody fucking liked Lando.
Because he's smooth as fuck, man.
Yeah,
Treacherous
cool.
fucking piece of
Lando, smooth as fuck. Yeah.
He's fucking treacherous.
Yeah.
No. He saved his city.
Yeah. He's a fucking traitor.
He's a scoundrel. That's why we like him. Just like Han Solo said, you'd like him. He's a scoundrel.
Yeah.
I like them in Donald
the thing that so Christine, so you're in love with a guy, and then so Han Solo is caught and he's going to be put in carbonite and sent away. So he's going to be frozen solid. So, and then you say to him for the first time ever, "I love you," and as he's going down to be frozen, you go, "I know." Surely you're looking in the ring going,
wrote down, this is the reason why guys for fucking generations can't fucking communicate their fucking feelings.
Yeah.
Because one of the coolest guys in the fucking galaxy goes, someone pours their heart out, "I love you," and he goes, "I know.
Yeah.
Peace out. I'm gonna fucking go into carbonite."
And a million panties suddenly dropped.
Yeah, but hold on a second. That's why if it was a real,
I feel a disturbance in my shorts.
Early when he was frozen in carbonate.
That's what the episode should have been called.
No, honestly, this is
when he's frozen just as he's going down, it's like that.
You know what?
When he's frozen in carbonate, he's giving the birds, "I'm out of here.
I love you.
I know.
Even Darth Vader had to lean across to whoever was beside him and go, "That was a baller move." Like that, you know what I mean? Like you'd be thinking, we could secretly we'll say we're praising him. I think we could get him.
No.
Are you sure we can get his balls in this thing?
No way.
Yeah.
You know what? When I was allowed to have a Tinder account, I had because you can have pictures and you can have like prompts, and then you answer the prompts, right? And one of the prompts, my answer was like, when you say "I love you," I go, "I know."
Yeah.
I've been banned from Tinder. How many people do you know who's been banned from Tinder? I think this is the fucking reason. And I'm not even allowed back in. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying.
Right. Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
See, I'm too old for Tinder, you know.
And you're married.
And that's the
You're
only
married. You're married is the answer. You're married.
In my day,
Can
put
we
a suit on and go and get what you wanted.
like that? Because like Star Wars ended with the Death Star blowing up, and I actually wanted to talk about this in Star Wars is the fact that the humans, the humanoids, got the medals. Poor Chewbacca, like surely you would have went, hold on a second here.
Yeah.
Where's my fucking medal?
Explain something to me on that ceremony, please. Where's Wedge?
Yeah, Wedge Antilles.
Where is he?
Now here's a nerd question: is Wedge Antilles the son of Bale Antilles?
No, he's not.
How do you know that? How the fuck do you know?
Keep talking, Christine.
Because
oh my god!
In my storyline that's to come, I've done my research.
I love it.
Chris is just ejaculated.
Yeah. Because like the ceremony,
Great disturbance in my shorts.
Yeah.
Wow! Holy shit!
I saw that the ceremony at the end of Star Wars is some sort of like apartheid South Africa thing where it's like the humans get the medals.
When you were 5, you thought this.
No, now I watch it.
Oh,
Hey,
no,
what a fucking buzzkill you were as a child.
Yeah.
Well, not as bad as you fucking with your chalkboard back in the future.
Yeah, in 1977, as a 5-year-old, I went, hold on a second, everybody. There will be a thing called apartheid that will come about in a few years in a country called South Africa.
No,
and it looked like that. No, but what I wanted to say was in relation to Empire is how it ends with the like it is what a cliffhanger to end on in Empire.
Ready to watch.